Do you want to start a side hustle that helps you generate over $1,000 per month in sales and helps you reach your financial goals? I know that might sound like a daunting process, but I'm confident you can do it if you follow these 5 simple steps. Step 1 is all about selecting a proven business idea. If you're serious about starting a side hustle in the next 30 or 60 days that's generating more than $1,000 a month in income for you, this is not the time to go try something that's never been done before. You're looking for a recipe to follow, some other businesses that you can model. And my recommendation is actually start with a services business, because oftentimes there's little to no startup cost and you're not having to manage any physical inventory. That can just make things a lot more simple. Here are some examples that we wanted to share with you where you can generate more than $200 per month for each one of your customers. Lawn care, power washing, babysitting, tutoring, RV and boat cleaning, aquarium cleaning, equine care, dog walking and dog sitting, pool cleaning, social media services, meal prep, and delivery. So think about that for a second. If you can make more than $200 per month per customer, and you're trying to make $1,000 a month in income, you really only need 5 to 10 customers to hit your target. All of a sudden, that really daunting goal seems so much more simple now, doesn't it? So that's what's great about pitching an existing business. Most of the stuff is already proven out. You're not having to create anything from scratch. And not only that, but you know customers are going to be interested in your product or service. For example, dog walking. Half of the US households own a dog or a cat. And so obviously, half the people in your city are going to be potential candidates for your business. Same thing with lawn care. Whether you're targeting homeowners or even businesses, all of them need their lawn taken care of. And so you have a huge list of potential customers and a great way to go get them. One of my mentors a little bit later in life told me, replicate and then innovate. You want to start with something there's a recipe for. So you want to replicate something that's proven. You don't want to copy it, but you want to take that as inspiration and put your own spin on it. Add some more value, make it different, make it unique, make it higher quality, but something proven. And then once you have profit from that proven business model, you can use that to go do fun stuff. You can launch new innovative products and services, and it's being paid for out of the profits out of your stable business. Step number 2, make sure your business has a good margin. And this is something that I wish I learned so much earlier in my career, but it will literally make or break your business. And what is margin? Margin is essentially the difference between what you charge for your product or service and how much it costs you to deliver that product or service to a customer. Let's say you have an aquarium cleaning business and you charge customers $100 every week to clean their fish tank. And let's say you have about $5 worth of supplies, sponges, cleaning materials, all those things that you put into cleaning that fish tank. Well, you essentially have a 95% profit margin. 95 of the $100 that you charge, you get to take home and keep. That's a fantastic margin. The greater your margin, the faster you can grow the business, and not only that, the more a customer is worth to you. If you did the same aquarium and it cost you $95 in supplies and labor and all those things in order to clean the fish tank, and you're just walking away for $5, all of a sudden that customer is now only worth $5 a week to you, whereas before it was $95 a week. It makes a huge difference. And so that's why it's so important that when you launch a business, you make sure you have really good margin. Step number 3 is you're actually gonna go find your first customer, and then you're gonna give away the product or service that you're offering for free. And I know that sounds super weird. Why would you go to all that effort and then just give it away for free? And the reason is the thing you're gonna ask them for is worth way more than the amount of money that they're gonna pay you. And that is a testimonial and some photos. So you're gonna ask them for a written testimonial explaining how it was working with you and how your product or service was, and explaining how incredible the experience was. And then the second thing is those photos. You're looking for photos of them experiencing your products or service in a very happy, excited way, or before and after photos. So let's say you're in a lawn care business, you take a before photo of this huge overgrown lawn that looks awful, and then the after photo is like perfectly manicured and kept. It looks incredible, and it's just proof in the pudding of what you're offering is really valuable and people love it. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna immediately take that testimonial and those photos and you're gonna put it in all of your marketing material. So whether you're using flyers, social media posts, emails, you name it, you can then have all the content you need to build those marketing materials, and now your business is truly ready to launch. You're ready to go share it with the world. Step number 4 is all about finding your first 10 customers. And I think in most circumstances, this is gonna get you to your $1,000 per month goal. So that's really exciting. You're almost there. And so now that you've got your marketing materials, go ahead and send it out to all of your family. That's typically our first recommendation. They know you well, they love you, they want to support you, and also ask them a referral to 5 other people that they know that might be interested in your product or service. Now all of a sudden you've reached out not only to family, but you've got a much broader circle of referrals of people that you might be able to meet with. Something I want to encourage you with too is if you can't find your first 10 customers from your family, and close friends, think about other people in your life that you know, or groups of people that you know that you can reach out to. So this can be everything from classmates at school, teachers, sports teams and their parents, anyone in your dance classes and their parents, any other clubs that you're a part of, religious organizations and churches, your parents' work. Like if your parents work at a business that has, a couple hundred employees, then have your parents post flyers up at work or send emails out to their friends and colleagues at work. That can be another great source of leads. And so don't feel like you're just locked into, your closest 20 family members and their friends. You can really expand out. And so don't lose heart, keep going, keep pushing, find as many people as you can to tell them about your business and hopefully get the 10 customers or 20 customers you need to really hit your goal. Step 5 is all about expansion. Let's say you hit your $1,000 a month goal and you want to keep going. I would encourage you to do so. With a little bit of incremental work, you can continue to grow the business. Maybe you can hire some employees, whatever you want. But the nice thing about it is once you've gotten to this point, it's all in your control. If the business is as big as you want it, awesome. Keep it where it is. If you want to keep growing it, awesome. You can do that too. And so how do you go about expanding and how do you go about growing your business? Well, think of additional ways you can get in front of people that might be potential customers. Maybe you can go set flyers around a neighborhood. We talked to one power washer who's 16 years old and has been running his business. He put 2,000 flyers out on door hangers on 7 different neighborhoods, and he was able to get a whole slew of new customers just by doing that. So he did 1 day's worth of additional work and doubled the size of his business just by putting flyers out. You can reach out to associations or clubs or groups of businesses that may be interested in your service. Think about where your customers hang out. If you're doing meal prep, maybe you go do some partnerships with some gyms or some nutrition centers, or even corporate offices for people that want lunches while they're working in their cubicles. One pro tip here is keep a prospect list or a list of everyone you've talked to. So while you're reaching out to all these potential customers, if you can collect their email address or their phone number, that is hugely valuable to you because just because they say no to you the first time you tell them about your product or service, doesn't mean that's the end of the game or the end of the road. If you can reach out to them on a weekly or monthly basis and tell them about the progress your business has made, new products or services you're offering, maybe you're doing a new discount or promotion at the time, you never know. Some of those customers may actually come back and buy from you. I'm gonna leave you with one final piece of advice, which is just get started. I believe in this so much that we actually made a video on how to launch a business in 5 days. We take you step by step through the process, we go through all the details, and we help you get from where you are today to actually launched and ready to make sales. So if you're serious about becoming an entrepreneur and launching a side hustle that generates at least $1,000 a month in income for you, go check out that video and just get started.